Hi, I wanted to show you something we've developed for a law firm in the UK, and it relates to client accounts. So where a law firm is holding funds on behalf of a client, there's a legal obligation to pay interest on that. Now, in the past, we've had very low interest rate environment. This chart I found really shows that very well in terms of the interest rates virtually, zero for a period. And though that substantial increase has meant the interest being owed on client accounts has increased and increased, and therefore it's really important that we get accurate calculations of interest, and they are credited to those client accounts. So most firms would be using something akin to an Excel sheet, where the calculation within that Excel sheet is probably sound, but it's quite labor intensive in terms of actually pulling the information that the Excel sheet requires. Plus, there's potential for user error. So we've developed something for that law firm which used the way they calculated it in the Excel sheet, but does it in a much more robust way. It pulls data from Actionstep overnight and calculates this every single day in terms of the interest owed. And so if I show that, we do have here a league table of those matters. So we see the biggest matters that have had the biggest balance, that have got the most interest owed. And, I can come here and select a specific matter. And over here on the right, we see a chart. The black line shows the average balance over time. So you can see that the balance has increased from July 2022 onwards. It's stayed at this 797,000 part. So we can see that consistency over time, and we can see the accumulated interest being added month in each month. So we also have the daily balances, so you can see the daily balance as well as the amount that's been calculated as the interest for that day. And we also give the ability to search for matters, so you can come in here and actually type a number. So if it's not something that appears in the early list or just something you want to search, you can do it that way. And we also allow you to change the date. So if you wanted to select specific time periods, then you can do that in terms of the way the interest is calculated. So that's what we've done for that firm. As I said, it uses the way that they had approached things in Excel. We can incorporate a range of different ways of calculating interest, compounding, not compounding. We will use data from Actionstep on those client accounts to get the daily balances, and we would then take a feed of your interest rates from the bank account, so that it reflects the actual interest that you're, as a law firm, receiving for these balances. So if you want to know anything more, you can email inform@cloudify.legal and speak to us about how we would do this for your firm.